You can lie with words, you can even fake a smile, but there are some things you just can't hide, like the way someone treats a waiter, or how they act when they think no one's watching. I used to think people were what they said, but life and psychology taught me otherwise. Now I look for the subtleties, the invisible patterns, because the truth about someone often whispers, it doesn't scream. So today I'm opening up the notes I've kept of people I've loved, trusted, misjudged, and learned from. These are 7 things that can tell you more about someone than hours of conversation ever could. Welcome to Petunia Diaries, a soft, calming, feminine space where we rest, breathe, and our souls can just be. And this is today's voice note. Number 1, how they treat people who can do nothing for them. You learn a lot about someone by watching how they treat the invisible people. The janitor, the delivery guy, the intern, the waitress, and as Navon John said, a person's character is shown through their actions in life, not where they sit on Sunday. I once had a friend who was sugar sweet to me, but the moment the barista got her order wrong, she turned ice cold. It was subtle, but something shifted in me that day. It's easy to be kind to people we admire or want something from, but real kindness is revealed in moments of powerlessness. So next time, observe how someone behaves with those who have nothing to offer. That's where the truth leaks out. Number 2, what they find funny. Humor is revealing. What makes someone laugh tells you what they find acceptable or even secretly admire. I remember this guy I was dating. He laughed at memes that made fun of women who showed emotions. He called them crazy ex memes. At first, I brushed it off, but over time, I realized he wasn't just laughing. He was showing me what he feared and what he disrespected. Carl Jung has a strong quote that says, "Tell me what you laugh at, and I'll tell you what you fear." Pay attention. Their humor is often a backdoor to their subconscious. Number 3, how they talk about others behind their backs. Gossip isn't just gossip, it's projection, it's envy in disguise. It's ego trying to elevate itself by shrinking someone else. The way someone speaks of others, especially when they're not around, is how they'll eventually speak of you. If they always highlight other people's flaws, chances are they're at war with their own. What Susie says of Sally says more about Susie than about Sally. So next time you're sitting across someone who spills tea a little too freely, ask yourself, what wound is speaking? What insecurity is dancing behind those words? Number 4, how they handle disagreement. Do they listen or do they wait to speak? I once admired this woman. She was elegant, smart, influential, until I saw her in a meeting. Someone disagreed with her respectfully, and she shut them down like it was an act of betrayal. That's when I realized some people aren't looking for truth, they're looking for validation, and disagreement feels like a threat, not a conversation. Mature people don't see disagreement as disrespect. How someone handles being challenged is a window into their emotional maturity. Are they curious or combative? Number 5, what they complain about. We all complain, but what someone consistently complains about reveals what they believe they deserve. I had a friend who always complained that people didn't text her back fast enough. Not once, not twice, but constantly. It was her theme song. Over time, I realized it wasn't about texting, it was about her fear of being unimportant, of being abandoned, because every complaint is a coded confession. So listen closely. People are always revealing themselves, even when they think they're just venting. Number 6, how they respond to boundaries. This one's personal because I used to have no boundaries. I was a yes girl. And when I finally started saying no, I watched a few people around me turn cold, manipulative, and distant. That's when I learned the people who benefit from your lack of boundaries are the first to resist when you build them. Yes, the only people who get upset when you set boundaries are the ones who benefited from you having none. If you want to know someone's true nature, set a boundary. The mask falls off quickly. Number 7, how they treat themselves when they fail. This one is deeply telling, because how someone handles their own imperfections will determine how they handle yours. If they beat themselves up for every small mistake, they will likely judge you just as harshly when you stumble. If they forgive themselves with grace, they'll extend the same softness to others. The way we speak to ourselves becomes the way we speak to the world. I once fell in love with a man who was gentle with me until he failed. Then I saw a different side, the rage, the self-hatred, the spirals, and slowly that same anger turned outward. How someone speaks to themselves when they're alone will one day be how they speak to you. We live in a world obsessed with appearances, but character doesn't live in selfies or job titles. It lives in the small things, the in-between moments. So the next time you want to know who someone is, don't just ask them, watch how they drive when they're late, watch how they treat their mom, watch how they handle being told no. Because in the end, it's not the loud things that tell you who someone is, it's the whispers. And if you listen closely, people will always tell you who they are, even without saying a word. Thank you for listening, my love. If this episode made you think, share it with someone you trust. And remember who you are when no one's watching. That's the version of you that matters most. If this spoke to your heart, I would love for you to subscribe, leave me a little note in the comments, or just send some love. Your presence here is a gift, and I'm so grateful you chose to spend your precious time with me.